Lohorn and Fels jumping it up at center court. Mark Caguioa controls that leather. LA Tenorio gustong magmadali sa opening drive ng Barangay Ginebra. Caguioa threw a Lohorn pick with a pull up from the elbow. No go. Mamarildo keeps it alive and on that side of the basketball court. Mamaril to Ellis. He pulls up. Mama, there's a shot clock in bola. So no count on that bounce para dito kay Ellis. As Meyerhofer, pinasok agad, ano? Itong si Rico Meyerhofer, pinalitan kagad si Billy Mamaril.
And they're looking at matchups and they feel that Rico will be able to handle Sean Anthony.
How about Courtney Fels? Came in just last game para dito sa Tropang Textures, getting the scoring going dito sa loob ng MOA Arena. Lohorn gusto bumawi, gets those 2 points. What's your first impression of Courtney Fels?
Courtney Fels, we saw him in the last game. I believe it was against Air 21. A very long player, can create his own shot pretty easily because of his length. But one thing that we noticed, he actually had to guard someone at the post. He has a hard time when you play him at the 4 at tapos ang babantayan niya, pinopostehan siya.
Tenorio, stop and pop 3-pointer doesn't work. Ali peak para sa rebound. Castro looking to slice through. That floater is good para dito kay the Blur.
In this game, you're looking at guys that actually are trying to keep their MVP hopes alive. You have Jason Castro on one end and LA Tenorio para naman sa Barangay Ginebra.
Of course, Castro was the Philippine Cup Best Player of the Conference. Tenorio was the Commissioner's Cup BPC. At ang sinasabi nga, pagka nanalo ka na ng BPC, ibig sabihin, nominee ka na. Kung ano gawin mo sa third conference, kung sino mas makalayo, yun ang llamado sa habulan sa MVP.
Unless, of course, a non-BPC winner actually came out very strong in the third.
Peak. Trying to carve some space. His pass out, taken away by Ellis. Malalim na yung katlo ni Fels. Ellis jumps into the corner. Tenorio nakita si Meyerhofer. Lohorn looking to attack. Pinaalis pa ito si Ellis. Lohorn spinning away. Butos ako rin inabot dito kay Fels.
Very good help defense on the part of Fels. Para naman sa Barangay Ginebra, you want to be able to call a play out here. This one, kita natin straight isolation.
Nanakaw ang Ginebra. Tenorio to Meyerhofer. To tie the game at 4.
And mag-win this game. You have guys like Rico Meyerhofer as well as Ellis. You're going to be key to be able to put some depth dito sa Barangay Ginebra.
Bonacierto lights it up from deep. First triple of the game. Lamang na 3 ang tropa. Tenorio looking for Caguioa. The reverse is bothered by Fels. Pero merong foul, so 2 shots para dito. Okay, Mark.
And you like what Mark Caguioa is doing. Yes, binabantayan siya ng import, but he's remaining aggressive. Why? Because if you make the import play defense, that means that you're making him work on both ends of the court for 48 minutes. Hindi yung pag nandun siya sa kabila, on the defensive end, nagpapahinga siya.
Mark Caguioa scores his first point of the contest. Bitin yung pangalawa. Fels sky high for the rebound. Tumatakbo ang tropa. Fels shifting hands. Nalindang niya doon si Ellis.
Yeah, but you gotta talk if you're Ellis and Mark Caguioa because there's a cross matchup because si Fels binabantayan ibang tao.
Nice pass, Meyerhofer to Lohorn. 4 na puntos na para dito kay Dior. Castro on the move, jumps it to the post. Anthony spinning away from Rico. Meyerhofer barking at the officials. The referee steaming. It might have been a flop. 4-point ball game in favor of Talk and Text. Tenorio wanting to bring them to within 1. Misses on that 3. Three-pointer is missed, but Anthony grabs that rebound over Meyerhofer. He's fouled on the follow attempt.
First team foul for Barangay Ginebra.
Sideline inbound lamang para dito sa TNT. Castro didiscarte. Anthony will offer the pick. Jason, down low to Anthony, off the slide. Ollie from the elbow. That's good.
That's just good ball movement on part of Talk and Text, really making the defense of Barangay Ginebra work.
Meyerhofer comes out to meet the pass. Kagiwa pulling underneath to Lohorn. Inabot siya ng foul ni Ali. First personal, napito dito kay Pete Dior Lohorn at the line for 2 shots. Lohorn putting up nearly 31 points and 12 rebounds per ball game para dito sa Ginebra. Pero may mga nagsasabi na kailangan pa niya mag-extend pa kahit gano'n na kaganda mga numero.
Yeah, his numbers are really good para dito sa Ginebra, but then he's just not one of those imports that would dominate a game at certain points, in which I guess sometimes that would be really important. Remember, if you're a post-up guy, hindi katulad nung ibang mga wing na import natin. Sa labas pa lang, nag-aaral na sila, nagsiset up na.
Peak had to gather himself. Pasok pa rin yung kanyang baseline, Jay. 4 na puntos din para sa kanya.
Now, right now, with those 2 jumpers, Lohorn is going to have to slide out or move out to defend Ali Peak.
Meyerhofer hanging in the air. Wala. Kagiwa is there to pick it up.
One of the better rebounds para sa Barangay Ginebra is Mark Kagiwa. He's the one that does the scoring, and he's also one of the better rebounders from that guard spot, actually for the entire team.
Tenorio on the move, looking for Ellis on the run. Phelps breaks it up. Merong foul. Speaking of the rebounding guards, outside of Dior Lohorn, yung rebounding, wala masyado nakukuha Ginebra mula sa front line nila. It is actually Kagiwa and Tenorio averaging more than 6 boards per game.
That ball slipped in the hands of Mark Kagiwa there. Well, going back to your point, that's why you just have to give credit to both Mark and LA, because despite them, having to score and create, rebound pa rin sila.
Tenorio, this time using 2 pump fakes for the layup. Just like that, Barangay Ginebra is within 2. Big hands off, papunta kay Castro. Lohorn shuts the door. Kick out pass taken away by Tenorio. It's going to be a 3-on-1. LA to Kagiwa. Tabla ang ating labanan.
See there, just the creativity of LA, both ends. Siya na yung nakakuha ng steal and then able to give the pass to Mark Kagiwa.
LA Tenorio leading everybody in assists dito sa Governor's Cup, averaging nearly 10 per ball game. Phelps though finding Castro. Overshoots that 3. Rebound battle. Fonasher at Anthony nag-agawan pa doon. Fonasher will through the line.
We talked about the defense of LA earlier, but also here, first it is creating your own shot because you have to be a main threat, and then after creating for others. So far, LA Tenorio with the points and also the assists. Already 3 assists para dito kay LA.
Alapag checking into the game for the first time. Pero bago pa siya makalaro, meron muna tayong timeout.
Stressful ever. There are times that he needs to be a scorer, pero meron din namang mga panahon na gusto niyang tumulong sa kanyang mga teammates. He's very frustrated because his team lacks fluidity and team basketball. At dahil dyan, kinausap niya ang kanilang high-scoring import at sinabing silang mga locals ay dapat tutulong din naman. Balik sa inyo, Magu.
Thank you, Sal. Ito po si Sel at si Aaron na tayo din. Nagkaroon ng video kagabi. Walang boses, ha? 16-15 is the score. Talk and text with a 1.8. Radical de Ocampo, pinasok na rin dito ni Coach Norman Black. Makakasama itong sina Ferriols, Fonasher, Alapag, and Phelps. Tenorio may tangan ng bola. He goes underneath to Lohorn. Dalawa kalaban. Walang problema. Tutungo pa sa ating free throw line for a bonus.
DR Lohorn having another excellent first quarter. That's already 8 points para sa kanya. And of course, good eye again on the part of LA to set him up.
Lohorn completes that 3-point play. Unang tikim ng lamang para dito sa Barangay Ginebra after being down by as much as 6 earlier on. De Ocampo to Phelps. Natumba si Ellis. De Ocampo loses control. Nagulat si RDO. Nasa mabuti kang kamay. Kagiwa attacking from the left. Gets the finger roll.
And again, he remains in that mode. You gotta attack that import. He's already got 7 points, so he's had success dun sa import ng token text. At yung maganda dun nga, pinahihirapan niya on both ends.
Bells against Ellis. They go to Alapag. Couldn't get rid of Tenorio. Ranida lines it up. Couldn't send it home. Low horn over to Tenorio. LA do a huge pick. Low horn sliding. Now he gets the pass. Low horn's in trouble. He is fouled. IFS likewise back in the fold para dito sa Tropang Dexters. Bukod doon sa mga gilas players nila na pwede natin sabing na fatigue because of their service to the country, si Ryan Reyes, yung isang sinasandalan nila, na-injured din. Early in their campaign as Ellis with a getaway.
Offense of Ginebra humming at here in the first quarter.
22-16, nataplan na nila yung biggest lead of the game. Na itinayo ng tropa. Periol sa ilalim. Baliktad yung Pectus, Mamaril for the board. Oh! Chris Ellis failing to catch that rock. Coach Ato Agustindo and manager Al Francis Chua.
Wow.
Mental lapse then on the part of the Tropang Dexters.
Unforced turnover.
And Coach Norman wanting to talk things over. Kulang sa focus eh. Yung kanyang tropa, let's see how they do.
Ginebra in a 13-1 run pagkatapos magkaroon ng malaking kalamangan ng token deck.
Tenorio looking for low horn. He touches it out. Kagiwa takes the three, drops it off. Low horn will have to earn his 2 points from the line.
Nice. Actually make that a three-man game between Tenorio, Kagiwa, as well as Lowhorn. Just a little triangle right there on that side. And they're able to pass that ball around and not really giving that defense a chance to react quick enough.
Lowhorn now in double digits, 10 points in total as we go back to Salguevara.
41 big points in the last game for Dio Lowhorn meant that against all odds, he will really muscle his way to score. Pero he is willing enough to adjust his game and give some to the locals kung di na talaga kayang pilitan. And he will also want to play defense rather because Coach Ato Agustin wants him to be more intimidating in the paint. Magu?
Thank you, Sal. Those 41 were a PBA career high para dito kay Dior as Ranidel Del Campo gets 2 of those right back. Tulong pa sa ating line for a bonus charity.
Ranidel Del Campo, just the king of footwork right there, able to turn around just so cleanly. Going back to yung sinabi mo, Magu, kanina regarding the big men of Barangay Ginebra having trouble rebounding. And I guess that's where mamimiss mo rin. Ito si Japet Aguilar para sa Barangay Ginebra. Could be that guy that would give them about 7 rebounds at least.
In his 3 games with Barangay Ginebra, ito si Japet Aguilar actually averaged 7 points and 6 boards. As Dior Lowhorn connects from the outside. Kirby Raimundo nagbalik na rin para sa Ginebra last time around. Played 6 minutes, did not score pero came up with 4 rebounds, Jason. Ranidel sa ilalim, shoots it over Dior.
You know, the problem is, Billy Mamarel's getting caught on that screen. He's showing, tapos hindi niya iniiwan si Jimmy Alapag. That's why LA, naiipit naman siya kay Ranidel. Ranidel just goes straight to the post and has that chance na gumagalaw siya.
Away from play, may nasilip na foul. And looks like it's going to go against Mamaril. Second personal foul on Billy. Ang kakataon ng Tropang Dexters.
He's right there. That first screen works. When if you can run that again, you're going to see that the first screen actually works. And Ginebra is able to play defense on it because Lowhorn is showing hard tapos umaalis siya. The problem is, pag dumating na rin Billy Mamaril, once he shows, he's not quick enough to go back to his man. And that's when Jimmy makes that decision either to take the shot or find Ranidel.
Jimmy Alapag fouled in the act. Pangatlong personal foul dyan para dito kay Mamaril. Here we go, Jason.
But this is actually Barangay Ginebra on offense earlier. This is the offensive foul.
Yun yung offensive foul nga natin ni Mamaril. Alapag takes Talking Text to within 2 points, 26-24. Wala na po 3 minuto natitira. Puts 2 right up sa kabilang dulo.
Right now, para sa Barangay Ginebra, Tenorio, Kagiwa, and Lowhorn, they're the guys na talaga nagbubuhat dito para sa kanilang kupunan.
Bells in traffic, gets it out to Reyes. Alapag on the move, lines up a 3. Air ball para kay Jimmy. Ranidel saving it. Mananatili possession dito sa tropa, pero 5 segundo na lang ang natitira sa kanilang shot clock.
Ellis goes off right now for Bakbakan, but he actually plays very good defense on Fells.
Fells in motion. Talking Text has to go. Ranidel first. Para kay El para sa board. Tenorio through a low horn pick. Gives it back out to Dior. Para kay El, bagong pasok, aatake. Nasaraduhan ng pinto. Here's Meyerhofer spinning away, finishing with a left. Nilawa lang ng ring. 2-minute warning ng ating opening frame. Fells trying to do it by his lonesome, gets his 2 points.
Mismatch there, binasa ni Fells. Nakita niya, Lowhorn ang bumabantay sa kanila, does not have the lateral quickness para sa depensa.
Meyerhofer surveys the floor. Coming upon a minute and a half remaining in this first quarter. Barangay handoff. Tenorio with a teardrop. Perrios will clear it as he crashes to the floor.
There's a foul on the Tenorio Meyerhofer.
Meyerhofer whistled for his second personal foul. So namomroblema na naman ang frontline dito ng Ginebra. Mamaril already on the bench with 3. Meyerhofer picked up his second.
That's a depleted front line and undersized front line para sa Ginebra.
JJ Helterbrand now on the floor. Pinalitan muna si Tenorio. Perrios attacking Lowhorn. Perrios up and under. Trying to go glass. Harvey carries there to clean it up. Tied at 28 sa ika-4 na pagkakataon na itong deadlock na to. Away from play, meron na namang foul. This time looks like it goes against Talking Text.
Was your foul protecting John Perrios? Penalty, that's a second.
Perrios ang napituhan dito.
2 free throws, Bakbakan.
Dahil penalty na, magkabilang koponan. 2 shots para kay Barangay.
Substitution, William Wilson for Dion Lowhorn, Larry Fisher for Ryan Reyes.
So with less than a minute remaining in this opening quarter, pinagpahinga na muna ni Coach Ato si Dior Lowhorn. And the 71% free throw shooter goes 2 for 2. Dalawa na naman ang abante ng Ginebra. Alapag 2. John Perrios. Nice slide coming from Bisoy.
Well, the big men of Talking Text really helping out the cause, especially yung mga locals. John Perrios, Harvey Carey had some points as well. Ranidel, all of them at the paint.
At kung akala mo, Jason, yung first game natin high scoring, kita mo naman 30-30 na rin ang score dito. Talagang Super Bowl Sunday tayo dito sa loob ng MOA Arena. Alapag wasting away the time. May mga 3.5 second differential ang quarter clock and shot clock. Jimmy goes glass. No. Carey had a hand on it. Natapik ni Meyerhofer palabas.
Substitution, Aaron Alban for Courtney Fells.
Pinagpahinga na rin ni Coach Norman naman. Etong si Courtney Fells. 6.3 seconds for Talking Text to try and come up with a shot. Perrios back over to Alapag. 3 to shoot. Larry lines it up. No go. Rebound battle. Wilson prevails, and that'll do it for the first 12 minutes of action. Tapla ang ating labanan sa 30. L.A. Tenorio was all over the floor para dito sa Barangay Ginebra. Pero itong Courtney Fells talagang scoring machine ang dating. Para sa tropa, Dior Lowhorn di rin naman magpapahuli. Kaya naging tapla ang ating labanan. Send in. Ito si Carey, Alapag, Anthony, Fonasher, and Aban. Makakatapat sina Helterbrand, Wilson, Barakael, Kagiwa, and Kirby Raimundo. So with Maya Hopper with 2 fouls and Mamaril with 3, Coach Chato now leans on Kirby. Only second game here in the Governor's Cup, and right away he picks up a personal foul.
I think foul number 21, Kirby Raimundo is first team foul for Barangay Ginebra GinKings. 2 free throws, Harvey Carey.
Carey steady on that first as Castro comes back in, papalitan si Alapag. Carey goes 2 for 2. Good enough for a 2-point lead para sa tropa. Wilson to Kagiwa looking for Helterbrand. JJ wants to post up against Castro. Barakael's in trouble. 6 to shoot. Hand off to Kagiwa. And Mark, the Spark, has now scored his 9th point.
And that's what you have to do when the ball is dead or the man with the basketball can't really do anything. You have to continuously move and make yourself available. That's why nakakuha ng tira doon si Mark Kagiwa.
Anthony looking to attack. Hands it off palabas kay Castro. Anthony again against Barakael. Anthony kicks out papunta kay Carey, and the shot good is good for Harvey.
Not bad para kay Harvey Carey, coming in off the bench already with 6 points. And as a whole, that Talking Text bench, ang laking naambag kung ikukumpara mo dun sa bench ng Barangay Ginebra.
That 6-point performance ni Carey already ties a tournament best performance for himself. Kagiwa sa poste. Kick out pass. Shot clock is almost out. Raimundo misses, pero natapik na rin palabas sa kanya ni Wilson. Helterbrand with a pull-up. 16-footer is good.
And you can see para kay JJ Helterbrand has supreme confidence once again. He's actually looking for a shot every time he gets into the game.
Castro against JJ. Gustong bumawi ni the Blur. Pero JJ's caught reaching in. Castro troops to the line for 2 shots.
That's his first. Second team foul for Barangay Ginebra. 2 shots, Jason Castro.
Castro averaging better than 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists per ball game. As Anthony is relieved by Peak. 2 for 2 para dito kay Jason. Barely 2 minutes into the second frame. As high-scoring as it is thus far, Jason, parang hindi rin naman ganun kabilis yung pace ng game. Not much fast breaks, actually.
No, you know, because both teams actually shot very well in that first quarter. Both shot at 50%. And turnovers, it's not that great for both teams.
Fonasher steps back. 18-footer is a miss. Ali underneath. Loses that rebound. Helterbrand over to Kagiwa on the run. Mark looking to attack. Down the gut of the defense. Kagiwa is in double digits.
Already with 11 points is Mark Kagiwa. Started out very strong and actually looked for a shot early. Remember, in this game, he's going to play a little bit more minutes kasi nag-start na siya.
Castro, his kick out, bothered by Kagiwa. Naubusan lang na espasyo dito sa baseline. Coach Norman Back is sending back in itong kanyang import na si Fels. Dahil bumalik na rin naman si Lowhorn para sa Ginebra. Carey fakes off Raimundo. Harvey finishes with a left.
Yeah, those are surprise points because that's already 8. Sabi mo nga, that's already his conference best.
38-36. It is DNP by 2 points. Kagiwa inside to Barakael. Kick out pass. Lowhorn from the baseline. That's good.
Lowhorn has shot very well in this game. Hardly missed so far. That's 5 out of 6.
Castro against Kagiwa. They get it over to Ali. Peak off the fadeaway.
Right now, the big men off Talking Text just bringing it para to the players of Barangay Ginebra, especially the local side.
Talking Text fighting just to try and get a chance for the playoffs. Pag nanalo po ang tropa, makakapagpwersa lang sila ng knockout game bukas kung sino lulusot into the quarterfinals. Kung Barangay Ginebra naman po lulusot dito, dire-diretso na sila into the next round, effectively eliminating etong Talking Tex and Air 21. Kagiwa to Lowhorn. They go cross-court to Barangay. Mac is tripped up or trips on himself and he loses that leather to the baseline. Meyerhofer nagbabalik para dito kay Kirby. Tenorio pumasok na rin ulit para naman kay Kagiwa. Fels goes to the right side. Lowhorn picks him up. Fels using his quickness. Drops it off to Carey. And Harvey is in double digits.
10 points already para kay Harvey Carey.
Tenorio nagmamadali. Wanting to get those two right back. Pero yung depensa ng tropa, nakababa din naman kagad. Lowhorn quick spin. Up fake. Lowhorn gets his 2 points.
Nice move. A nice patient move on the part of Dior Lowhorn.
17 puntos na para dito kay Dior. Pero ang kanyang barangay is still down by 2 points. Fels sidestepping his way to a teardrop. He's got a total of 8.
Expect to see Ellis back again. He was the guy that actually played better defense on Courtney Fels.
Right on cue. Chris Ellis is making his way to the scorer's table. Antay niya yung susunod na dead ball situation. LA fakes the 3. LA loses it. Reyes will push the action over to Doppler and he explodes to the basket.
Ang bilis ni Jason Castro.
Just like that, Talking Texas slapped on.
Nice thing about those 11 points is he's shooting at a very good clip. You can see he's at 5 out of 9. In the last game, he also had 11, but he was only 5 out of 17. And he's doing a lot of things other than scoring tonight. Already with 3 rebounds and 2 assists.
So maagang ang nagpa-spark etong si Kagiwa. But they will need more of that later on. Pagbalik niya dahil down by 6 na sila. Helterbrand attacking Castro. Gets away. Sinalubong pa ni P. That's a personal on Ali.
And at this stage of his career, you can see that JJ really has he's got a little bit more confidence when he's playing that 2 guard. And he can feed off yung mga ginagawa ni LA.
Helterbrand takes care of first. As we remind everybody na ongoing po ang Cine Filipino Film Festival hanggang September 24. Cine Filipino, kwento ang hari. Coming up on the halfway mark ng ating second quarter. Fels with the leather. Pull-up jumper, no. Harvey Carey keeps it alive. Castro did not want to pull the trigger. Reyes on the move, looking for Carey on the curl. Lowhorn takes it away. Castro and Meyerhofer battle for it. Ellis against 2 at magre-reset muna ng atake ang Barangay Ginebra. Helterbrand through that Lowhorn pick. Reyes to contend with, 5 to shoot para sa mga nakapula. They go to the post. Lowhorn's gotta go. Back iron stat, ang tapigan ng bola. Ellis had a hand on it, pero si Carey nakakontrol ng bola. Fels through a Carey pick. Naiwan sa kanya si Rico. Ali puts it on the floor, splitting 2 defenders.
The guy is so big. Ito si Ali Pick. Nadaanan niya pa yung combination ni Ellis at ni Meyerhofer. He never asking for that charge though. Before that.
Man-mountain yan, lumusot ko sa 2 poste, ano? Kasya pala bundok doon. Tenorio gets it back over to Lowhorn. That 2-man game has been money para sa Ginebra all tournament long.
And Lowhorn already with the 19 points, LA with 5 assists.
Fels against Ellis. This time si Ali nagbigay ng pick. Ali receives, squeezing one through.
That's the problem. That's the problem of Barangay Ginebra, and that's what Talking Tex continues to do. their local crew in that big, yung mga big man ng Talk and Text, they're just destroying the big men of Barangay Ginebra on the local side.
Elderbrand through that Meyerhofer pick. Goes over to Lowhorn. He unleashes a three. Dior misses. Castro with that rebound. He surveys the floor. They will reset this attack. Castro looking to attack. Elderbrand in front of him. JJ's caught with a foul.
Blowing foul on 13, JJ Elderbrand.
Timeout muna para dito sa Tropang Texters, up by 6 points.
Thing that I think will be even more important para kay DR Lowhorn, although it's really tough to ask for so much. Para sa Barangay Ginebra, they're gonna need more rebounding from him.
John Ferriols, part of that frontline crew ng Tropang Texters, continuing to punish etong Barangay Ginebra. Largest lead of the contest na to, 8 puntos para sa TNT. Elderbrand looking for Lowhorn. Ball kicked away by Funashev. Shot clock reset to 14. And Kagiwa gets his chance to come back in. Ellis with the inbound from that right side. Wilson nakita si Tenorio. Lowhorn with a pick. LA has Ferriols and Alapag on top of him. His pass taken away by Carey. Phelps lines one up. Oh, good. LA surveys the floor. Ellis sa atake. Kicks it out. LA in the lane. Manages to sneak one through.
At that point, wala talaga makitang libre si LA. Really had to force that one up.
6 points in the game para dito kay Tenorio. Alapag blows by him though, gets it to Carey, and that front line of Long and Legs continue to do damage inside the arena.
Let's compare, Magu. On one end, para sa Talk and Text, Carey has 12, Ali Peak has 10 as we look at the same play. Maribel De Ocampo 5, and Sean Anthony 2, at saka si Ferriols 2. You look at the other side, big men ng Barangay Ginebra. On the local side, with Rico Meyerhofer 2, Wilson nothing, Billy nothing, Kirby nothing.
Surely it will be addressed at the half as Tenorio connects with Kagiwa once again. That is one of a few bright spots para sa Ginebra, the Tenorio, Kagiwa, and Lowhorn connection.
Yeah, the triumvirate. Those three have done their share, but then on the other end, kailangan mo talaga, kaya nga may 5 player dun sa court, kailangan yung 5 nagtutulong-tulong.
Alapag recovers. Gets it to Carey. No look to Funashev. Trying to wrap it around. Papunta sana kay Ferriols.
Good hands on the part of Willie Wilson.
Alapag from the baseline. Ferriols fading away. No good. Tenorio with the board. Tenorio looking to outrun Alapag. Nakatalikod pa si Carey. They go to Kagiwa for 3. Alapag to Phelps. Lowhorn to beat. Nandun din si Ellis. Phelps lumipad. Gets the basket. May kasama pang foul.
It's not a cross matchup. What happens is Courtney Phelps nalilibre siya dun sa kabila because Ellis will have to come from another position dahil hindi sila magkatapat dun sa offensive end.
Phelps takes care of the bonus, and Talk and Text is now up by 9 points. Less than 2 minutes bago tayo bumalik sa Sports 5 Center at the half. Lowhorn balik kay Tenorio, back to Lowhorn. They go Kagiwa on that left side. The spark against Phelps, off the spin!
You mentioned it earlier, those three, they're really doing everything that they can.
Parang holy trinity sila dito, no? Ng Barangay Ginebra. Carey gustong mga labaw. Ferriols from the baseline. In and out. LA Tenorio gets it across the timeline. LA looking for that space. Drops it off to Dior. He is fouled by Carey.
Having foul for Harvey Karen. That's first. 2 on the consequences. 2 free throws here, Lowhorn.
Anthony and Peak making their way back onto the floor. Pinalitan na si Gabby and Ferriols. As we take a look at this Photon Thunder Drive, brought to you by Photon. Empower your business. Barangay Ginebra within 5 points after those 2 makes. Fells against 2. Now Ellis gives him single coverage. Larry pulls the trigger. Air ball. Tenorio surveys the floor. Ginebra is down by 5. LA to mark. Fonacier on him. Kagiwa. Sinausaw pa. Nailang kay Peak. Pagdating doon sa dulo. Castro babawi. Fells lilipad. Napalakas, but he gets his own miss and goes for the stick back.
Pretty solid game para kay Courtney Fells as well. That's 13 points. And again, he's taking advantage of trying to leak out coming from that offensive end. Last 2 baskets now coming out of that fast break.
Tenorio to the baseline. Wilson puts one up, but will through to the line for 2 shots. Yung Courtney Fells, yung first impression na iniwan niya sa atin, he put up 28 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 steals. Looks like he's having an even better game here tonight.
He's scoring better, and remember, he actually had more time to prepare with his teammates now compared to that first game. In that first game, it's more like a feeding out process. Ano ba makakuha ng mga local sa import and the import as well, realizing what his local teammates can do.
Coach Norman Black wanted to map out the last possible play of this first half. Gusto nilang dagdagan itong 5-point lead na naitatag na nila. So less than a shot clock remaining here. Talk and Tex looking to live to fight another game. Kung sakasakaling sila lulusot, they will be involved in a knockout match tomorrow. Hindi naman sila patakarin. Dire-diretso na ang Barangay Ginebra into the quarterfinals.
Air 21 won over Alaska to begin with. So if Talk and Tex wins over Ginebra by less than 22 points, so it's going to be Ginebra and Talk and Tex for a playoff to beat Pebron.
Pero meron pang long shot na pinagdadasal dito ang Air 21. They did their part. They took down Alaska kanina. And now they are just hoping that Talk and Tex can win by 22 or more points para sila kalaban ng tropa bukas sa knockout game na yun. Castro now has 7 to work with. He's got to go against Ellis. Tabler exploding. Gets the basket. May bonus point pa. The best point guard in Asia just took the rookie to school there, Jason.
They're playing good defense. Barangay Ginebra for a good 18-19 seconds, and then all of a sudden there was a blur that passed.
3-point play completed. 2.5 to go. Ellis gustong bumawi. His Hail Mary. Diretso. Nabitin na lang. 62-54 is the score at the half. Ang Talk and Tex makakapagbaon po ng 8 puntos na kalamangan. How did they do it? Etong front line nila talaga namang dinomina ang Barangay Ginebra. Harvey Carey, Ali Peak, more Harvey Carey. Aba, talagang sinaktan nila at pininsala ang barangay dito sa loob ng MOA Arena. Underway inside the MOA Arena, Chris Ellis comes up with a steal. Ito sa opening drive na itong tropa. Ellis will first wait for his point guard in LA Tenorio. Kasama nila sila Mamaril, Lowhorn, and Kagiwa. Lowhorn opens up the scoring. He's got 23 big points.
For Ginebra, you're hoping for a good start here. And also, actually, a better start on the defensive end because they're giving up too high a field goal percentage to Talk and Tex.
Itong TNT has yung si Fells na nakakuha ng one-hander. Nandiyan din si Anthony, Castro, Peak, and Fonacier. And you mentioned it na kanina that the starters of Ginebra actually got it done for them. Lumamang sila ng hanggang 8 points. It was the second unit. So, grabe yung kailangan ibuhos ngayon itong starters dahil baka maulit na naman yung kakulangan ng performance sa second unit.
Remember that Mark Kagiwa actually started in today's game. So, This is a team that is actually already losing Japet Aguilar. So nabawasan yung depth ng Ginebra.
Pels never gave up, blocking that Ellis layup. Castro, his pass, natapik, pero Anthony still recovers. But Talking Tex will turn it over. Sa puntong ito, makibalita tayo. Ano ba nangyari at the half with Miss Sal Guevara?
Ginebra is being pushed to the limit, kaya kanina sa dugout, there was not a bit of frustration coming from Ato Agustin when he was explaining the game plan, but he just wanted to stress out that the individual defense of Talking Tex ay kailangan nilang i-match up. As for Coach Norman Black of Talking Tex, he thinks that the guys did a great job. They're playing as a team, which is a far cry from how they started the conference.
Thank you, Sal. Double-digit lead na to para dito sa Talking Tex, 66-56. So yung strong start, Talking Tex pa nakakuha ito isa.
But again, they're able to maximize the quickness that they have.
Tenorio with the leather. Mamaril will offer the pick. 3 to shoot. Lowhorn's gotta go. Trying to beat the shot clock. Dior couldn't bail him out, but Ellis keeps it alive. Kagiwa to Tenorio. LA in traffic, trying to carve out some space. Tenorio could not deliver. Doubler all the way to the other end. Bitin yung layup. Anthony, though, keeps it on that side of the floor. Peek in the lane, gets the basket. May kasama pang foul.
See a bit of frustration right now in the eyes of Barangay Ginebra because the offense of Talking Tex continue to come in waves. Even when they're missing the first shot, they're getting offensive rebounds and they're getting so many shots close to the ring.
Substitution for Jason Castro. Bonus free throw, LB.
Alapag back on the floor para sa TNT as Ali P completes that three-point play. A very early timeout para dito sa Barangay.
Sign up now.
Patuloy ang gera dito sa MOA Arena. Mamaril has that letter slapped away by Anthony. Sakit yan para sa Ginebra coming off their own timeout. Anthony receives from Alapag, cradles that leather. Anthony misses though everything but the shot sa pagkakataon na yun. Tenorio trying to get things going para dito sa Barangay, down by 13 points. LA, no looks ito Kagiwa, the reverse is good and shot 17.
Basket that talagang kailangan ng Barangay Ginebra because of their slow start here in the third quarter.
Pels against Ellis. Chris Ellis actually did a decent job on Pels in that first quarter. Pero nagsimulang uminit din si Pels in the second frame. Ellis, handoff pabalik kay Tenorio. LA will try and set this one up. Pick and roll with Mamaril. They go to the other side. Ellis underneath. Kagiwa goes up. Wala. Kagiwa pa rin. Will lose the leather to the baseline.
Substitution for Chris Ellis.
Coach Ato looking for more firepower sa pagbabalik ni Mac Barakael. Pinalitan muna niya itong si Ellis. Corner chef to a series of picks. Foul will be whistled on Anthony. Kinapitan daw itong si Barakael.
Substitution, Ranidel Del Campo for Sean Anthony.
Now Ranidel Del Campo is back on the floor. Pinalitan si Anthony. As Ginebra is still down by 11 points. Wala pang major run tayong nakikita mula sa Barangay Ginebra.
Yeah, that's right. After that first quarter, they actually had a decent run in that first, but ever since then, they've actually been stymied by Talking Tex.
Every time they get the string together, 2 or 3 baskets, nakakasagot agad. Etong tropa. Alapag. Couldn't pull the trigger. Tenorio keeping in step with him. Big pick from Ali. Rebound, LA running start. Tatlong kalaban. LA puts it up after the contact.
Oh, that's a terrible call. That should have been continuation.
LA immediately throwing it up. Matapos siya bigyan ng foul.
Actually, he expected the contact. He didn't throw it up after. You look at, here's the foul. Once he crosses over, here's the foul right there. One motion.
There is a sideline inbound. LA will miss from 3. Ball goes to Jason Webb. Uy, kasali ka pa?
Hindi ako sali.
Wala ko may assist pa sa'yo. Baseline inbound para sa Ginebra. Tenorio, hinahanap si Kagiwa. Kagiwa will miss though, pero he hustles to get that leather right back. LA puts it on the floor. Down the gut of the defense. Will have to earn his points from the line.
Pushing foul, Martin Ramirez. His third, second team foul for the Tropang Sixers. 2 free throws, LA Tenorio.
LA Tenorio, 6 points, 9 assists na across his number.
And
So far,
and 6 rebounds. And when I look at Mark, when I look at LA as well as DR Lohorn, and the amount of effort that they have to put, the next question is, where is the next guy? Who's the next guy na aambag on the offensive end or at the energy? Because they're not going to be able to do it, just the three of them.
galing si Cel dun sa Ginebra. Baka meron siyang balita kung saan sila kukuha.
You know what, Coach Eto Agustin kept talking his guys to do tougher on defense. At pati po si Eli Tenorio nakipep talk na rin. Sabi, guys, okay lang na hindi maging masyadong okay sa opensa. Basta wag kalilimutan ang depensa. Balik sa inyo.
Diba, old saying ng mga coaches, your defense should never have an off night.
Yeah, because at the moment, you look at Talk and Tech, they already are close to 70 points. They're at 69. Wala pa tayong halfway point ng third quarter. That's too much to give out.
LA for 3. No go. Peak para sa rebound. Alapag, nagmamadali. Sa kanyang kanan si Pels. Back to Jimmy. Nakita si Peak. Ali puts it up and in. That Talk and Text front line coming up with the devastating plays inside the MOA Arena.
Again, Barangay Ginebra, mismatches or actually not talking on defense. And then ginawa lang ng Talk and Text, hinanap yung nalibre because naghahabol na yung Barangay Ginebra because they didn't match up properly.
Ang mabigat pa doon, Jason, ang pinakamabigat doon, pang-5 personal foul na nakuha ni Peak dito kay Mamaril. Ali Peak is 7 for 7 from the field. Lohorn trying to carve some space kontra dito kay Ali.
Pushing foul, number 34, LA.
And sinakotsa to, iiwan na si Mamaril dito. Kanina pa siya napepwersang umupo sa bench na maaga because of foul trouble. Dito isusugal na kahit 5 foul niya. Tenorio on the move. Takes the contact. Niluwa pa ng ring yun. And LA can't believe it. Tumitingin na lang siya sa kalangitan.
You know, because yung mga last shots niya when he got fouled, they were close. Hindi lang pumasok. Plus, remember, he did miss his last 2 free throws.
LA trying to make up for those 2 misses. They find themselves still down by 13 points. Tenorio takes care of the first as Periols checks back in. Coach Norman Black making sure he always has fresh legs on that front line. Ganda ng balasa niya with his bigs.
One guy, though, that we haven't seen, Rabah Al-Husseini.
Mauuna pa si Jimbo Aquino sa kanyang pumasok dito in the next dead ball situation. Rabah on that Tropang bench. They go to the corner with Ryan Reyes. Reyes bounces it to Periols. The fadeaway is good.
Seems like every big has shot so well para dito sa Talk and Text.
Periols now with a total of 6 points. They go up. Tenorio with his 10th assist of the game.
He's gonna be close to another triple-double or unless, of course, he reaches it. Kasi ngayon, malapit na siya sa triple-double eh.
Reyes miss. Meyerhofer rebound. Tenorio fouled by Reyes on the reach-in.
Foul number 10, Ramirez. Substitution.
Giving a chance for Jimbo Aquino to come back in. Meyerhofer pumasok na nga pala. Pinalitan na si Mamaril. Ginebra down by 12. They go to Tenorio. Kagiwa. Setting up para dito kay Lohorn. Dior kontra Periols. The power step is good. Humihingi pa ng foul. Periols with a moving pick. Borado si Tenorio sa pagkakataong yun.
Offensive foul, number 22.
Did mention earlier, Maguda Barangay Ginebra has not had a long run. This is actually their chance to have a run here.
Para malaman natin, binanggit mo si Alusaini, hindi pa ginagamit dito. Ano ba ang balita kay Raba?
Alam mo, Magu, etong absence ni Magu, ay ni Rabba, sorry, oo nga, nandiyan ka pala. Yung absence ni Rabba Luceni in this game and in the last game seems to be... Balik tayo kay Rabba Luceni, yung absence nga niya seems to be a disciplinary action on Rabba Luceni. So it looks like he has to learn his lesson. And you know what? He really admits that Coach Norman Black has been very tough on him. Kaya nga, there you go. So, time out muna.
So yun nga po, ayon sa balita ni Sel Guevara, na-doghouse si Raba Alusaini para sa tropa. As Courtney Bells gets the three-pointer from Takiwa right back, pushing this tropa lead back up to 10 points.
Before that, it was actually a 7-0 run para dito sa Barangay Ginebra. But you can see Docket Tech making some changes. They're actually gone even bigger now with Jimmy Alapag, the only guy below 6'2". All of the other guys about 6'4", 6'5".
Look at Barangay L! And this huge stride, intis nga lang as he overshot the layup. Ranidel on that right baseline. Carry sa ilalim, inatake si Kagiwa. Patay labot! Kilohorn, Alapag for three. No good. And Ferios keeps it alive. Ito yung big lineup, Jason. Jimmy once again. No good. And another serving para dito sa tropa.
It's gonna be difficult para sa Barangay Ginebra because right now, there's so many guys, so many mismatches that actually are on their way. Tapos, hindi pa nakaset up properly ang Ginebra. You can see, guys are actually not on the right personnel.
Bells misses. Tagiwa finally clears it para sa Ginebra. The reigning MVP setting this one up. They go to Lowhorn at the post. Perios in front of him. Tutulong si Dio Campo. Dior still gets the 2 points.
Sa puntong ito, in terms of scoring, in terms of getting his points, wala ka nang hihingin dito kay Dior Lowhorn. He's already at 29, chance for 30 right now. Let's see, on the defensive end, let's see what Ginebra does. There's no way they can match up man-to-man sa Talk and Text because of their size. Let's see if they're actually going to try to zone here because there's not enough shooters on the floor para sa Talk and Text.
Bells against Barangay on that right side. Bells step back jumper. No. Rebound battle na kanino. Pupulutin ni Barangay. Tenorio will push the action para sa Ginebra. LA shovels it to Mac. LA will reset. Pinapaalis niya. Etong si Lorne. Humingi ng pick dito kay Dior. LA waiting for the cut. Tagiwa for three. No good. Meyerhofer using his length against Leo Campo. Barangay all the way to the hole.
Pag yung sinasabi natin, the other guys have to contribute. Offensive rebound para kay Rico Meyerhofer and then a layup para kay Mac Barakael.
Pasa ni Alapag, dinakaw ni Tenorio. Here come the red shirts. Tenorio to Kagiwa, nabitawan lang yung bola. And Alapag will push it the other way. Deo Campo on the move. Attacking Meyerhofer. Natapikan ng bola. It's a 3-on-1. Tenorio to Meyerhofer. Kagiwa gets the 2 points. Ang laki ng tropa. Anong ginawa ng Ginebra? Tinakbuhan sila. Timeout muna para kina Coach Norman Black. Take a look at the last couple of sequences, Jason. Ito yung binabanggit mo. Meyerhofer getting that board. Para sa gera sa MOA Arena, nahanap na po natin ang ating mga ulalam, mahal ng masa fans of the day. Saan ba sila nakaupo? Hinahanap pa rin natin. Sa puntong ito, ayan na po. Mula sa masarap, malaman, mura at convenient kasi easy to open. Ulalam, ready to eat ulam. Para sa masa, mahal ng masa, ulalam, 15 pesos lang. 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter, Jason. Barangay Ginebra, after being down by as much as 14 points, has stormed back. 3 na lang ang inahabol nila dito.
2-7-0 run, 1-7-0 run before that timeout of Coach Norman. Then another set, then they get the 3-pointer from Talk and Text for Fels, and then another 7-0 run para sa Barangay Ginebra. So finally, Ginebra getting the runs that they need.
Fels on the move. Fels with a one-hander. No. Tenorio with a rebound.
But still, Talk and Text staying with that big lineup. Problem with that big lineup, not enough creators.
Back for the tie. Meyerhofer with yet another board.
Ay sinasabi natin, Rico has to help out, at least in rebounding.
Lohorn broken up, taken away, but there's a foul. Ali Peak whistled for this one. Di rin narinig ni Dior na may pumito na sa ingay ng Ginebra faithful as they can come to within one after these two free throws.
Called for going up over the back is Ali Peak. More importantly, pang-apat na yan na foul ni Ali, and he's actually the best matchup para kay Dior Lohorn.
First miss from the line mula dito kay Lohorn. 8 of 9 so far. Nawarningan pa dito si Ali Peak for resenting to his fourth personal foul called on him. Lohorn splits, that brings Ginebra to within 2. How will Talk and Text respond? Castro on that left side against Tenorio. Kicks it over, Anthony for 3. No. Rebound battle. Carey had a hand on it, but it ends up with Lohorn. Kagiwa sa kabilang dulo. Nice fake to get Phils up in the air.
But right now, the size of Talk and Text is not working because after that sequence in which marami sila nakuhang offensive rebound, Ginebra with gang rebounding, getting on the fast break, and taking advantage of the quickness that their small unit has.
Harvey Carey salvaging what would have been a potential 3-point play. Pero nagmintis pa si Kagiwa sa kanyang unang free throw.
Talk and Text going back to a more conventional lineup. Barangay Ginebra at the moment, Magu, that is a 9-0 run.
That brings them to within 1. Last deadlock we had was at 38 all way back in the first half. Fels, kontra dito kay Barakel. They go to Fonacher. Taking Kagiwa off the dribble. Lohorn. He whistled for the goaltend. He couldn't believe it, but the 2 points is credited to Larry. Meyerhofer gets it over to Kagiwa. Lohorn battling Peak for position. Barakel couldn't pull the trigger. 8 seconds sa shot clock ng Ginebra. Kagiwa looking for Barakel, taken away by Castro. Fels off and running. LA Tenorio right there to bother him.
So it's safety play on the part of LA Tenorio. Yes, you're a lot smaller than Courtney Fels, pero just using his quickness to disrupt that fast break.
Periolsi binalik ni Coach Norman para dito sa may foul trouble na Ali Peak. Fels leans in. Tenorio with another emphatic rebound here. LA lost his dribble. Now he resets. Carrying in front of him. Barangay pulls the trigger.
And Matt Barakel has become that fourth guy, at least in terms of scoring, para sa Ginebra sa quarter na to. That's 5 points for him. Rico Meyerhofer, on the other hand, isa naman yung nagbibigay ng energy.
1 of 3 fouls to give.
And you expect Barangay Ginebra at this point to rest guys like LA Tenorio, Dior Lohorn, and maybe even Mark Kagiwa, because those 3 guys have put in so much effort in this third quarter.
And with 7.5 seconds remaining, pagkatapos ng foul ni Tenorio, may dalawa pa silang pwede pamigay. Pero si Mamarin binalik dito with 5 personal fouls.
Problem is, if Talk and Text goes to Perios, can't give up that foul. That's not a good foul in the point of Corrupto. They want to wait a little bit longer.
6.7 to go. 1 more foul to give. Castro. Oh, finding a way. Kaya naman pala nakagawa ng paraan. Sumobra ng hakbang. So Barangay Ginebra pa will have the last say of the third, trying to take back the lead. First up pa, nung huli nilang natikman yan. Labagala puts it up. No go. So at the end of 3 quarters, tapla ang ating labanan. 79-79. Iba ang mangyayari dito. So Barangay Ginebra will have possession. Labagala, Barangay Mamaril, Wilson at Kagiwa, alam nila, binabantayan nila Castro, Ponasher, Carey, Ferios, and Fels. Barakel looking for Wilson, taken away by Fels. Stock and Tex looks to reclaim the lead. Natunaw na nga yung 14 na puntos sa kalamangan nila kanina third quarter. Ponasher puts it on the floor. Larry with a one-hander, overcooks it. Carey, back to Larry. And Ponasher delivers the 2 points.
But of course, give it also to the big man of Stock and Tex, keeping the ball alive. It does John Ferios that kept the ball alive.
Kagiwa on the move, gets it to Mamaril. Back to Kagiwa. Ponasher to beat, sumalubong pa si Ferios. Mark Kagiwa, ginawang asintahan doon.
And Mark Kagiwa is going to be that one guy na talagang sasandalan ng Ginebra at this point, especially with this lineup that's on the floor.
25 puntos na para dito kay Mark the Spark Kagiwa. Castro against Labagala. Feels he has the advantage. Flipped in midair. So the blur will troop to the line for 2 shots.
First team foul for Barangay Ginebra. 2 free throws, Jason Castro. Substitution, LA Tagoy for Rob Labagala, DRO for Billy Mamaril.
So Lohorn nagbalik para dito kay Mamaril. LA Tenorio nandiyan na rin para naman kay Labagala. As we invite everybody to get a Petron Value Card. The Petron Value Card, pay with points, save your cash. Isang minuto mahigit na lumilipas dito sa fourth and final quarter. Kagiwa on the move. The 16-footer is good.
27 para kay Mark Kagiwa.
Mark the Spark trying to do all he can para makatulak na nga papuntang quarterfinals ang Barangay Ginebra. Fels from the baseline. Rattles that one home.
He shot much better in today's game compared to the first game that he had in the PBA. Speaking of Courtney Fels. 9 out of 18.
Tenorio to Kagiwa. Fly-by move. Pinalampas lang yung si Fels.
He's actually had a lot of success. Pag si Courtney Fels yung bumabantay sa kanya, looks like he's enjoying the challenge.
Larry for 3. No. Nagagawan pa si Karit si Ferios to sa rebound. Ponasher almost lost his footing. And the rebound is with Wilson. Kagiwa to Tenorio on the run. LA jumps it out. Barakel on the move. The one-hander. No. Rebound Fels. Castro with Wilson to beat. Will set this one back up. Kagiwa trying to keep in front of the blur. Blow by move. Castro, no. Low horn rebound. Eto na si Tenorio. Wilson pleading for it, but it goes to Kagiwa. Doesn't work. And Carey, nice box out work kontra dito kay Wilson. Ponasher kontra Kagiwa. Gets it out to Ferios. And John in and out and back in.
What a game. And it's worthy of a game. That's almost like an elimination game.
Para sa Talk and Text, it is do or die para sa kanila, para sa Barangay Ginebra. Might just be one of 2 match points as long as they don't lose by 22. Fels. Hang time move, picks up a personal on Kagiwa. John Ferios now with a personal conference best of 8 points. Fels at the line for 2 shots.
Substitution, It's Bakbakan. Ryan Reyes coming in for Larry Fisher. JJ Overbrand for Mark Kagiwa.
Para kay Ellen Kagiwa to the bench.
Because si Lohorn and Tenorio, they've already gotten their rest. Now, it's important for both Barangay and Kagiwa to get their rest to be able to prepare for the stretch run of the fourth quarter.
So it's going to be Helterbrand and Ellis on the floor after this 30-second timeout. 89-85, apat ang abante ng tropa as we take a look at what the reigning MVP, has done so far in this contest. Jason, Mark Caguioa, ang ganda ng kanyang shooting so far.
That's 29 points, and he's made a lot of shots. Actually, in the paint, he's able to get to the paint, and that mid-range shot is working. Has 1 3-pointer so far in the game. That's a solid 13 out of 24. Over 50%. If you're going to take those many shots and you're shooting above 50%, you're doing your team a favor, a huge favor.
Mark's confidence high for himself was 32 points. Chance to shatter that later on. Back to live action now. Tenorio has the leather para dito sa Ginebra, down by 4 points. Meyerhofer, who provided the energy in the third quarter, part of the 5 here as they go deep to Lowhorn. Dior, who missed? Shot by Tulon ni Carey. That should be a jump ball. Harvey Carey timing that perfectly.
It's good defense, good help defense on the part of Harvey Carey. If you're Ginebra, you gotta be aware of the shot clock. That will not reset. You have 7 seconds pag nakuha yung bola.
Lowhorn taps it over, pero napunta sa talking text ang bola. Fells over to Castro. Talking text wanting to add to this 4-point lead. 8 minuto eksakto natitira sa Super Bowl Sunday dito. Castro, nowhere to go. Perios to carry. The stretch is good. Dior Lowhorn picks up his third personal foul in the process as we take another look at that last move, part of our Photon Thunder Drive, brought to you by Photon. Empower your business. 3-point play completed. Balik sa 7 ang abante ng tropa.
Harvey Carey, almost a forgotten man para dito sa talk and text, but he's having a huge game today.
Came in late din sa kampanya ng talk and text here in the Governor's Cup because of his own wedding back in the Bay Area.
But right now, talk and text slowly increasing this lead. It's gotten back to 7 points. They're in their own run at the moment.
Alapag, ibinalik na ni Coach Norman. Talk and text wants a bit more separation here. Reyes looking for Fells, well guarded. Denied here by Chris Ellis. Alapag in the lane, kicks it over. Harvey with a shot put. No good. Periols keeps it on that side. But Helterbrand taps it out of bounds.
Hasn't been the usual suspects para dito sa talk and text. You'd think maybe the Ranidels, the Jimmy, and maybe their import are the ones that are really bringing it or giving it to Ginebra. Actually not. It's Ferriols as well as Harvey Carey.
And now the Fast and the Fierce are on the floor together para sa Ginebra as Ellis troops to the bench. Tenorio looking to dance with Jimmy. They go over to the left side. Caguioa di diskarte. Hinahanap. Ito si Lowhorn, fouled by Ferriols on the catch.
Holding foul, number 22, John Ferriols.
Panglima na rin to para dito kay Ferriols. As Ali Peak will be coming back in. Billy Mamaril bumalik din para naman sa Ginebra.
Yeah, the one team that's actually enjoying this matchup and how much effort is being put in this matchup, Petron.
Sila yung waiting, as Mamaril wanted to throw it down. Trying to make up for lost time. He's been scoreless so far in this game, beleaguered with foul trouble all contest long. Now he picks up the fifth on Peak.
But that's what you have to do as a big man. You have to go hard.
He gets the bounce on that first, which makes it an assist already para dito kay Caguioa. Mamaril goes 2 for 2. That brings Ginebra to within 5 points.
When you see replays like that and you see that from Billy Mamaril, it makes you wonder, ba't di ka lagi ginagawa yun?
Alapag on that right side, gets it out to Peak. Jimmy will reset. Taken away by Tenorio. LA will score a touchdown. And Ginebra is within 3 points. Alapag gets away. Up. And the teardrop makes a Sababang foul.
Two Gilas players going head-to-head. And they're actually showing each other why they were part of that Gilas program. On one end, LA Tenorio picking the pocket of Jimmy Alapag and scoring right there. But, you know, Jimmy's also a guy with a lot of pride. Now, this time around, he takes it to LA Tenorio and won for a three-point play opportunity converted.
Naipasok nga ni Jimmy yung bonus free throw kaya balik sa 6 ang abante ng tropa. If Dog and Tex can hang on, they will face Barangay Ginebra bukas in a knockout match. Mark Caguioa not wanting to play tomorrow sa Tuesday na raw or sa Wednesday magsimulahan ng totoong playoffs. Billy Mamarildo fouls out of the contest just moments after picking up his first 2 points.
Ginebra coaching staff trying to think, they're looking at who they can put in.
They have a minute.
Because what they want to do, they're probably thinking if maybe they can do a little bit more floor spacing here. That's exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna put in Mac Barakael and hope that he'll be able to guard the other big man off Talk and Text, because if Barakael's playing that power forward spot, there's gonna be more space on the floor for them.
Alapag against Tenorio once again. Carey will offer the big. Jimmy launches. No good. Helterbrand for the board. Tenorio gets away. All the way to the back for the finger roll.
LA Tenorio, he's already got 12 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, just 2 rebounds away from a triple-double.
And a near steal, he completes it. LA Tenorio bounces it off the leg of Courtney Fells.
I've said it a number of times. I think in the third conference, this guy right here with the basketball has so far been the best player because he's averaging close to a triple-double.
Was the best player of the conference nung nakaraang Commissioner's Cup, wanting to extend the season right here, right now. LA for a long one. No, he knew it. Looking to take it away from Carey. Pero si Harvey, napakahirap kunin ng bola dyan pag nag-grip na. Jimmy trying to drop it off, broken up by Helterbrand.
Shot actually down, man. They finally fix it.
Fells going to the left. Sees it. A nasty throwdown mula dito kay Fells.
Well, 26 points for him. Pero yung mga puntos niya, no, it doesn't come in succession, but it sure has come in important points of the game.
Caguioa against Fells. Binanggit mo na, parang ginaganahan siya pag inabantay, pero nag-switch sa kanya ito si Carey. Caguioa with a pull-up. Helterbrand keeps it alive.
Right, the guards of Barangay Ginebra diving in to get offensive rebounds.
Low horn from Caguioa. Caguioa on the putback. Merong foul.
It's going to be on Mark Caguioa for pushing off.
There's a foul before his penalty.
We take another look at that thundering tomahawk mula dito kay Fells, and that shoved Talk and Text up by 6. May timeout pang itatawag dito at nasa tropa pa ang bola sa aming pagbabalik. Looking on, Conasher is at the line. Pintis yung free throw. 98-91, 7 ang kailangan bunuin ng Barangay Ginebra. Helterbrand couldn't get that ball over to Lowhorn. Barakael couldn't pull the trigger. Barakael to Caguioa. Putata pa inabot.
Good individual defense on the part of Talk and Text. First gives credit to Sean Anthony. Kaya hindi nakapunta yung bola kay Lowhorn.
Fells has it taken away. Helterbrand to Tenorio. And it's a walk in the park layup para kay Luis Alfred. Pamasa 5 ang abante ng tropa. Looks like there's going to be a call here. Officials timeout requested as everybody at the Talk and Text bench is up on their feet dahil nakabulagta doon sa dulo ang kanilang import. If Talk and Text can hang on to this much of a lead, Barangay Ginebra pa rin makakalaban nila bukas sa Cuneta Astrodome. If Talking Text can make it 22 or more, Air 21 na makakatapat. Pero if Barangay Ginebra can storm back here, if we take a look at that last sequence, Barangay Ginebra will move on into the quarterfinals.
Actually strange because you see that play, maybe just a finger at most had caught itong si Courtney Fell. And you can see he's sa mata siya nakahawak, so more than likely just a finger because we didn't see a lot of contact there.
Pero kahit gaano ka kalaki, gaano ka katibay, pag nasundutan ka sa mata, no, ng daliri, tutumba at tutumba ka. Talking Text though, will have possession here, up by 5 points. Wala nang 4 na minuto natitira. Alapag trying to beat Tenorio. Anthony will offer the pick. Jimmy, naiwan mag-isa.
Gotta talk if you're Barangay Ginebra. Miscommunication the point of Barakael and LA Tenorio. Can't leave Jimmy Alapag open, especially in the fourth quarter.
Tenorio goes to the corner. Helterbrand puts it on the floor. Barakael to LA. Babawi. No go. Fell sky high for the rebound. 3 minutes and 18 seconds ang natitira. Alapag looking for Larry. Barakael trying to take it away. Ponasher, shake, bake, fade away. No good. No horn for the board. All kinds of time para sa Ginebra.
Lots of time para sa Ginebra. The only important thing to do is to make sure you score on this offensive end.
Tenorio to Lowhorn. Fouled before the attempt. Will only be the 13th foul para dito sa Tropang with 2:50 remaining in this game. Helterbrand looking for Lowhorn. Anthony on top of him. LA attacking the baseline. Foul by Harvey Carey. LA a bit shaken up here. He will throw to the line for 2 shots. Tinanong pa yata ni LA si Jimmy si Ponasher. Sino yung nabangga ko? Parang nakalog ka talaga sa laki nito ni Carey. Tenorio takes care of the first as we invite everybody once again to support ang Cine Filipino. Ongoing po yan all the way to the 24th. Cine Filipino, kwento ang hari. LA trying to bring Ginebra to within 6. He completes both. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining inside the Mall of Asia Arena. Anthony to Ponasher. Fells at the post. JJ in front of him. Fells attack. Sumalubong si Lowhorn. Pass broken up by Barakael. Lalabas ang bola. Kanino possession sa mga nakapula.
Give credit dito kay JJ Helterbrand. That's a tough matchup for him. But the one thing that he's doing is he's staying in front. He's just staying between Fells and the goal. That's why nahihirapan pa rin si Fells.
Barakael on that left side. Pulls up for a 3. No, Lowhorn trying to keep it alive. Sails all the way into the first row. Coming up on the 2-minute warning here ng Guerra sa MOA Arena. Alapag will pull up. Jimmy punches it through. How will Ginebra respond? Down by 9 points. Kagiwa on the move, puts it up off the leader. No!
Sorry misses para sa Barangay Ginebra. And on the other side, Jimmy Alapag with some clutch threes.
Alapag gets away again. Jimmy Alapag saving his best for last. 30-second timeout forced on Barangay Ginebra.
That's 1 for Jimmy. 2 for Jimmy. You know, when you're shooting three-pointers, it's always better to count in threes. This is the third one para kay Jimmy Alapag. 9 points here in the fourth quarter. A total of 16, 15 at the moment, and nothing more clutch than those three-pointers.
Jimmy Alapag reliving that South Korea game in this same building. His tournament best performance already in only his 5th game. Barangay Ginebra in a world of trouble. But they have a minute and 35 to try and make up the 12 points. L.A. Tenorio maglalabas ng bola from the left side. Helterbrand will attack. JJ stopping. Barangay L for 3. No. Kagiwa loses that rebound.
And how many misses in succession ang nangyari para sa Barangay Ginebra dito sa fourth quarter. And on the other side, that's 4 3-pointers para sa Talking Tech sa quarter na to.
All of a sudden, it is a 15-point ball game. Pero ang Barangay Ginebra, they have to realize they cannot lose by more than 22 or 22 or more. Kung hindi pa sila kasali bukas.
And that's the reason, if you're watching at home, you're looking at Ginebra. Why is Ginebra slowing it down? The reason is, they want to make sure to live another day. Dahil kung lumamang ng mahigit sa 22, sila pa at tanggal, pasok ang Air 21.
Yun naman ang pinagdadasal ngayon ng mga taga-Ube Republic na nanonood. They want Talk and Text to keep pushing on the gas, pero Coach Norman is taking out etong sina Fels and Fonasher.
But because tomorrow, in less than 24 hours, they're gonna play again.
As well as Alapag is now on the bench. So Barangay Ginebra just now trying to make sure na sila pa rin ang kalaban ng tropa bukas sa Cuneta with under a minute to go.
Too late.
Naputokan pa ng 24 doon.
I don't think you can score, Talking Tex is going to be able to score 7 points in the last 45 seconds. Because all Ginebra has to do at the moment is just to kill time. If they just want to stay alive. But you look at Talking Tex, looks like they're still going to try to set up a play here. They also want to choose their opponent. Because if they reach 22, ang makakalaban nila Air 21. Maybe they feel more comfortable with Air 21. But of course, Air 21 actually beat Talking Tex this conference.
Yun yung pagbabalik ni Asitaw Laba, no? Nung patumbahin nila etong tropa. So everybody's still at the edge of their seats here. Nothing is determined up to this point. As we take a look at that Rigzona power rebound. Brought to you by Rigzona men with 50% more long-lasting protection so you can do more. Carry gets the basket plus a foul. Looks like Talking Tex are shooting for that 22.
Yeah, that's what they're hoping for.
Even Coach Norman.
I think right now they need 23 because Ginebra already reached 96 points or past 96. It's a lot of computations out there on the board. But for Ginebra, all you have to do is actually keep the basketball.
Kagiwa wanting to waste away as much time as possible. Tenorio trying to sell that he was in the act. So Tenorio here with a chance to salvage 2 points.
Gotta make this if you're LA. It's strange that we're actually talking about guys having to make free throws. Na merong 17-point lead on the board.
Barangay Ginebra trying to protect their right to that playoff as we take a look at this Kawasaki rousing fast break brought to you by Rouser 135 by Kawasaki. Rouse the rider in you. Tenorio goes 2 for 2. It'll be a triple tie at 3 and 6 in the standings. But if Talking Tex can't get to 22, Air 21 will end up with an inferior quotient. And it is going to be Talking Tex and Barangay Ginebra slugging it out once again in less than 24 hours time.
And how difficult is it going to be for these players having to be, to go through that emotional process of of on one end para sa Token Tex going through it and winning and coming out big. And on the other hand, para naman sa Barangay Ginebra, yung sakit that that you weren't able to close it out today.
113-99 is your final score. All is